Hello there, my Sagittarius collective. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh my goodness, Sagittarius. Who the hell is counting your blessings? You need to be very mindful, Sagittarius. You got someone that's counting your blessings. So when you're not paying attention, this is like someone that's wanting to take from you. This is money-based. Be mindful of any sort of group activities you got going on, Sagittarius. Some of you, the CULT energy really wants to come the fuck up. So hopefully you're not drinking the Kool-Aid. And that could show up in many different ways around you, Sagittarius. Now take what's yours and leave what's not. Not everybody's energy. There you are, front and center in your own reading. So what's the energy around you, Sagittarius? Yeah, the Five of Swords. Who's in your vibe? Who's in your energy? Who are you trusting? And should you really? This isn't overly dramatic. Some of you, this is like common sense. Be mindful of that sort of general energy, Sagittarius. So, there's the Four of Swords. There's the Nine of Swords. There's the Five of Wands. There's the Five of Pentacles. I feel like most of this should be a cautionary tale for you, Sagittariuses. Take what's yours and leave what's not. Have the wisdom to know what's yours and the wisdom to know what's not. There's something you need to pull away from or look at from a different perspective, especially if there's a group dynamic when it comes to this. I feel like you have so many opportunists around you. So I definitely feel like you got a lot of cross-watcher energy, Sagittarius. I think a lot of you are figuring that out. So this is like straight-ass common sense type vibes with you, Sagittarius. Those of you, if you're traveling, be mindful and just be aware of what you need to. This shouldn't be overly dramatic. If it comes across that way, then you may be a little too trusting when you should have some healthy boundaries in place. Some of you, there's at least 4 red flags that you probably have caught on to or that you need to be paying attention to. Be mindful of any group dynamic. Sagittarius, some of you, be mindful of if you're traveling to another country or someone's wanting to take you to another country, like on a romantic vibe, be mindful if you get married in another country. That's not going to be for everybody. But some of you that think that might seem romantic, be sure that you got your common sense and your wits about you. Someone is definitely getting readings on you. People are definitely cross-watching your energy. But some of you, it needs to be like basic fucking common sense. So this isn't overly dramatic. It sure the fuck shouldn't be. Some of you, this is like just basic ass common sense. Who's in your energy? Asking the questions that you need to ask. And definitely be mindful of a group dynamic when it comes to something. Who's like painting this picture of like fairy tale, like everything is fucking perfect? If something seems too good to be true, your ass knows that it is. Be mindful of that energy. Who's trying to sell you on an idea or sell you on a concept? This is almost like a utopia type vibe. Here's the Six of Cups. There's the Queen of Swords. There's the Eight of Cups. And there's the Ten of Pentacles. Nothing is coincidental with you either, Sagittarius. So be mindful if someone just kind of comes in out of the blue. Be mindful of who you're sharing your dreams and goals with as well, Sagittarius. Be mindful of like your regular talk. Be mindful of a group fucking dynamic with you. So this is almost like LMN energy, Sagittarius. You're only in this energy because some of you, you kind of need to wise up and just look at something from a different perspective. Some of you, this should be like common sense. This should be something that you should automatically be paying attention to. So the brochure seems nice. The brochure seems great, but you're like, yeah, really? Really? I think a lot of you have sort of caught on to that energy. So this sort of Five of Wands, there's a lot of switch up in energy around you too. That's what makes the difference. So if you just start making like some really simple, smart choices, wising up. Some of you pay attention if you're traveling. What do you need to pay attention to? If you're dating online, I feel like there's a romantic vibe to this, or there's a personable type vibe to this, which is kind of how most of these scams work. So when I say be mindful of who you're sharing your dreams and goals with, it should kind of be like that. Be mindful of who you're vulnerable around. Be mindful of who you're vulnerable with. Especially if there's a whole lot of secondary energy. Someone is definitely getting readings on you. Someone is definitely trying to find out about you. It's all this sort of energy of manipulation. I feel your energy is hard to read for the most part. Those of you that started making the smart choices, you should know what those are. There's the Ace of Cups and there's the Ace of Pentacles. A lot of you have kind of wised up to this energy. And this should have been kind of, well, this should have been just like common sense to you. So if you're traveling, right, wherever you're traveling, whatever you're doing, be mindful of what you need to be mindful of. If you're online dating, be mindful of what you need to be mindful of. You're like attracting a lot of stuck energy, a lot of energy you shouldn't be trusting. It's 5 energy. But those of you that have established some pretty simple boundaries here, that's what makes the difference. Watch your favorite astrologer. You got Ace of Cups there. You got Ace of Pentacles. Those of you that have strong water placement or earth placement in your charts. Those of you that pray on it. Some of you be mindful of any kind of group dynamic where there's this sort of exchange energy. It's not lack of a relationship with some of you Sagittariuses, but read the fine print. Be mindful that you read the fine print. It's not an over-romanticized connection. Some of you, it's a scam energy. Who wants to get you out of your comfort level as well? There's the Knight of Pentacles, there's the King of Cups, there's the King of Pentacles, and there's the Knight of Cups. This stagnation is there for a reason. This King of Cups is coming in also in King of Pentacle vibes. And there's the Knight of Cups energy. Over top of that, you have the Libra energy. Oh my goodness, you think it's great that they proposed to you. Why are they proposing so quick? Over romanticizing marriage. Yeah, that's not about love. That's not about romance. That's a contract. That takes it down to the financials. So don't let that overwhelm you either. Some of you, if you're going to like a foreign country on vacation and someone proposes, whatever country you're getting married in, be mindful of the legal laws. That should be a straight ass common sense thing for some of you. It's not over romanticizing. Marriage is a binding contract. That doesn't mean that, oh, they love you. It means that they have access to what the hell you have. This is not every Sagittarius's energy, so take what's yours and leave what the fuck isn't, and have the sense to know what's yours and what the fuck isn't. If you're not traveling to foreign countries, or you don't have someone trying to come in and propose marriage way too soon, some of you are paying attention to the red flags. There's been at least 4. If you haven't caught on to them, why not? Be mindful of any sort of group dynamic when it comes to you. Take what's yours and leave what's not. If you're in a group or you join a group and automatically people are trying to set you up with somebody within that group, be mindful of that energy. You either get it or you don't. That's kind of the difference here. And if you're going to another country to get married, be mindful of the laws. That should be straight ass common sense. Quit over romanticizing that. Some of you, that's like a business transaction. That's the difference between those that pay attention or those that are in this energy and those that aren't. Some of you have wised up to this, or you've just started paying more attention to something. So I know you pulled your energy back because you realized something just wasn't quite right. With the Seven of Swords, the Four of Cups, and there's the Gemini energy. That lover's vibe with you. Ooh. What's this over-romanticizing things? This over-romanticizing relationships or partnerships coming in, especially if it comes down to a group dynamic. So it could be a work group. It could be a friends group. It could have some sort of religious or spiritual element to it. But shortly within being in that group, there's like someone wants you to form a romantic connection to somebody. There could definitely be travel here. Some of you, depending upon where the fuck you live, right? Every state has different sort of marriage laws. Every country has different marriage laws. Don't over-romanticize that shit because it's just basically a business contract. Nothing about that marriage contract has anything to do with how much they fucking love you. It's a business contract. This is not every Sagittarius, so take what's yours and leave what the fuck isn't. Have the wisdom to know what's yours and what the fuck isn't. For some of you, this is like a new scam or a new scheme. So you just got to be mindful of that. This is like the Rapunzel energies. So those of you that are looking at a relationship or partnership as being like that knight in shining armor, some of you over-romanticize something that is just, why are you romanticizing that? It's a business contract. That's all it is. Some of you be mindful of traveling. I do see like travel. Some of you going to like exotic places or thinking something is great. But, right? Be mindful of where you're at and be mindful of the laws. It might be great to get married if you're on a vacation, but what's the laws of marriage in that country? Six of Wands, Queen of Pentacles with the Ten of Wands. Some of you Sagittariuses have caught on to this energy pretty quick, so you avoid it. But you still have that sort of stigma. This is like the fart in the wind. So some of you have wised up. Some of you had at least 4 red flags that should have been like the indicator that this is not what the fuck you're interested in. So if you're not looking at the negatives as well as the positives, some of you have had 4 red flags that have made you change your mind. Take what's yours, leave what's not. The Knight of Wands, the World, and there's the Seven of Cups energy. The Page of Wands to the Seven of Wands, and there's the King of Swords to the Three of Swords. This is like a scam energy. So take what's yours, leave what's not. This is not every Sagittarius's vibe. So take what's yours and leave what's not. Some of you, this could be someone around you that's finding themselves in one of these type of vibes. Don't fucking over-romanticize marriage. That's a business contract, straight up. Be mindful of where you get married as well, too. So if you think it's great to go somewhere on vacation and get married in a foreign country, what's the rules in that foreign country? Some of you Sagittariuses are wising up to this. So that's created this sort of... someone don't like the fact that you caught on to something. So you've started making smart choices. Those of you that are avoiding any overly passionate connections, that's what makes the difference. You pulled the World card. So those of you, if you're dating online or you're doing anything online, be mindful of the sort of scam energy on that. A lot of this should be common sense, but people still get sort of caught up in that energy. This is like MLM. It's everything that you should be wary of. It's everything that should automatically give you cause for pause. So, damn Sagittarius. Hopefully this is more of a cautionary tale. And this isn't overly dramatic. The only overly dramatic thing is if you're thinking that over romanticizing a relationship or partnership, not realizing that it's a legal contract, which basically combines your finances. It makes you legally bound to somebody. Ain't got shit to do with love. So you need far more clarity. Some of you, there should have been at least 4 red flags that you should be paying attention to. The brochure looks great, but damn, right? It's such beautiful energy, Sagittarius. That's the thing. But be mindful. Just be mindful. Take what's yours, leave what's not. Don't make the shoe fit, for fuck's sake. Just be mindful of the group dynamics. Be mindful of how fast a relationship or partnership forms. Be mindful of some of you when it comes to traveling. Just know where you're going and kind of be smart with that. Where's the common sense at? Where's the common sense when it comes to you? What do you get from that Ace of Pentacles? I don't know when the next blood moon is, but that keeps coming up for a lot of you. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Cups. There's the Hermit. There's the Eight of Pentacles. There's the Emperor energy. Now, for those of you Sagittariuses that this isn't romantic based, you're not going to really do anything like run off and get married in a foreign country because you think you're in love with somebody. Be mindful of the business connections you have going on. There's the Page of Swords. There's the King of Wands. There's the High Priestess energy. There's the Three of Wands. The Two of Swords, the Six of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, to the Nine of Cups. Even when it comes to business connections with you, Sagittarius, make sure that you're not being sort of swindled into something that isn't going to be a good opportunity with you. Not every offer or opportunity needs to even be looked at or considered. That's what makes the difference. Be mindful that someone ain't like living the life of Riley off of you because of the contracts that you're signing. Someone wants an easy opportunity, but it comes at the expense of you, Sagittarius. So, who don't want you to pay attention to something? Who don't want you to ask questions about something? Someone is definitely getting readings on you, and they see these opportunities that are coming your way, but at the same time, they also want to come in with a lowball offer to keep you stuck. So, some of you are far better off sticking in your simple accomplishments. Remember, if you're getting an offer, someone's wanting to come in and make you an offer or bring an offer to you, they've already done the work to see if you were worth the investment or not. The thing is signing smart contracts. Ten of Wands, Gemini, the Moon card, the Nine of Wands to the Seven of Pentacles. Who's telling you you should have some common sense? Watch who or what you're investing in right now, because you're pulling good energy. That's why you get this sort of vibe around you. No one's going to come in with an offer unless they've looked at what the sort of future opportunity is. Someone isn't going to come in and quickly want to put a ring on your finger if they haven't figured out what kind of life they could have with you. Any sort of offer or opportunity. Someone's done figured out what the fuck you're worth. So, you know, don't kid yourself that people aren't in that. Don't kid yourself. Even on dating sites, that someone ain't looking everything up about you to figure out how they could live good off of what the hell you got. So if you're not mindful of hooks, crooks, thieves, anything like that, it should kind of be a normal everyday thing with you. Not overly dramatic, though. Some of y'all, this is just basic fucking common sense. Take what's yours, leave what's not. There's the Wheel of Fortune energy. So sweet Jesus, Sagittarius. You pull good vibes, but some of you got some energy around you that isn't so good. It's opportunistic energy. It's just kind of the way things is, or way things are now, Sagittarius, to be quite honest. So even when you're dating, whatever the fuck you're doing, be mindful of that. Someone comes in with a business opposition or a business proposition or a marriage proposition. They've done figured out how they're going to come out when it comes to that. So be mindful of low ball offers. Be mindful of low ball opportunities. Because some of you might not be paying that much fucking attention. Because for whatever reason. I love your energy, Sagittarius. It's absolutely beautiful. But you got some choices to make. Marriage isn't about love. It's a business contract. Getting married in a foreign land may sound romantic, but what's the rules of marriage in the country that you're getting married in? Be mindful of any fucking group dynamic. Groups of 3 or more when it comes to you, Sagittarius. Some of you already know somebody wants to make this sort of offer of marriage, or someone definitely wants to make this offer of marriage. But they've already spending what the hell they're going to get in that. And you're going to end up feeling like a chum. Because you weren't really paying attention. So, take what's yours, leave what's not. This isn't like bullshit energy, Sagittarius. Some of you, this is just straight ass common sense. There's the 2 of Swords. Sit your ass down and really look at something. Sagittarius, you have a doppelganger energy around you. I don't know if it's someone trying to be you, some of you it's a fellow Sagittarius that you don't need to trust them for shit. This is that group dynamic. Be mindful of who you're sort of confiding in as well. Because, damn. Hopefully this is more of a cautionary tale for the few people that this sort of energy is in. But some of y'all are in this energy. There's the Hierophant, there's the Ace of Pentacles, there's the 9 of Wands, and there's the Moon card. This isn't elaborate. Those of you, when it comes to what you do for work, be mindful of who you're sort of giving your ideas to. Be mindful of the group dynamic. Sagittarius, you, when it comes to group dynamics, just, some of y'all just sit in the meetings and put the little smile on your face and just shut the fuck up. Definitely be mindful of contracts. Someone comes in with this sort of great opportunity with you. They've already figured out how they can sort of benefit from this. So no one's going to bring an opportunity to you if they haven't really looked at, what they can get out of it. So not to piss in your Cheerios, Sagittarius, but just because you get an offer doesn't mean it's a good one. Make sure you're signing good contracts. Some of you, when it comes to the jobs that you do, someone understands your worth, your value, but they also want to kind of control what you're able to do and your movement as well. So you may think that job promotion is great, but for a lot of you, it's a lateral move, and it basically keeps you stuck. You got some interesting choices to make. Now's not the time to be a chum. Be mindful of any new connections. Be mindful of your group connections. Some of you, there's a Sagittarius around you you shouldn't trust, or this is a person wanting to sort of be in your energy. Someone's wanting to benefit off of you, and they want you to happily agree to it. Take what's yours, leave what's not. This isn't everybody's. This isn't everybody's. Lord have mercy, Sagittarius. Things could get really complicated with you. If you're planning on traveling, be mindful. Be mindful here. The Ace of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Lovers, the Hermit, the Knight of Cups, the Empress, and the Nine of Pentacles. Someone you're dealing with is not single, but this kind of opportunity allows them to sort of have a second life opposite of you. Some of you, that's what the whole sort of vibe is. So don't drink the Kool-Aid. Some of y'all be mindful of the connections that you're in. There's far too much. This should be common sense with a lot of you, but for some people it's not. So take what's yours and leave what's not. Be mindful, there's like a doppelganger energy or another Sagittarius around you, or just a jealous energy. Someone feels like you have what they should have, but they're a fake-ass empress. Those of you with messy exes, for fuck's sake. Don't over-romanticize. Some of y'all, marriage ain't about romance. It's a business fucking deal. So you may think it's cute to run off to a foreign country and get married. What's the rules in that country regarding marriages? Any opportunity coming your way, someone's already figured out what they can get from that. So just because you sign a contract doesn't mean it's a good contract. Some of you be mindful of who the fuck you're sharing your dreams and goals with as well. Ace of Pentacles there to the Tower. Two different vibes. So, you notice that's like a church steeple energy there too. So, sweet Jesus, anything that's got a group dynamic to it, Sagittarius, sit your ass down. Take what's yours, leave what's not. Have the wisdom to know what's yours and the wisdom to know what's not. This isn't dramatic. This should be straight ass fucking common sense. So, if it seems too good to be true, it is. Don't over-romanticize anything. Don't look at anything as like being, oh my God, it's so great that you immediately have to agree to it. There is that energy. Some of you be mindful of that sort of Hierophant vibe. Take what's yours, leave what's not. Good luck, God bless, Sagittarius. You're in good energy. You just got to make sure that you're making smarter choices for you. You've done the work. You deserve the results from it. Some of you don't need all that sort of external energy around it either. You could self-publish. You could self-produce. Some of you, you're better in the position that you are in because it actually gives you more flexibility. Some of you don't think that marriage is just all about romance. That's a business contract. So once you're married, they have access to everything that's yours. So if you're over-romanticizing that, stop. Take what's yours, leave what's not. I love your energy, Sagittarius. I can't wait to see what the hell you accomplish here. I don't think you can either, but you got others that know what the fuck you're able to do. That's what makes the difference. When in doubt, pray on it. Some of you've already had 4 red flags that shouldn't be what the hell you're interested in. Good luck, God bless. Take what's yours and leave the rest, Sagittarius. Cautionary tale for most of you. Definitely not everyone's.